DJ Slumpa, my brother. How you been, man?
I'm good, man. How you feeling?
Good. Happy we can get you on, man.
Yeah, appreciate you having me.
Of course. So I've known you since what? 7th grade, the summer going into 8th or something like that?
I think we met that 7th grade year.
Yeah, shout out to Tommy, because that's how that happened. Because Tommy had everybody going to Langford.
Yeah, it was low-key because it's funny because I went to Ramsey.
Yep.
But I had a homie that lived over in like Hampton, like South St. Anthony. Yep. And so the bus would come over here. And I went to church over by Langford. So like I was familiar with the area. And so like when I found out like people were at Langford hooping, I was like, bet. And I think I met Tommy was one of my first friends I met out there for real. And then I started coming out there, and that's how I met everybody.
That's how he said it. He was like, "Hey, cuz I got my boy Upper come in, my boy Albert gonna be here in," and I'm like,
he's on a team with Albert. Yeah. That's what it was. He's on a team with Albert and Ian and them.
Yep. So I'm like, all right, cool. We gonna have enough to run because sometimes it'd be 6 people up there. You play half court 3. Sometimes it'd be 12 people up there. So that day we just happened, and that kind of was the crew that kind of stick. So that was kind of cool. And then we had the girls that went to Roseville and Murray, all them other schools.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Like, Langford was really a spot that connected so many,
for sure,
like schools, so many networks, which was I don't even know how. Like, maybe a lot of them grew up over.
Yeah, I don't know how
Murray. Obviously,
Murray was down the street, but then like Roseville was in Roseville, and then you had people who like Ramsey, and then you had but it was just kind of weird how that school had brung.
Yeah,
a lot of people together because Michael was up there. We had Peter, like everybody was up there.
Literally,
for sure.
Everybody, like for real, it's crazy.
Yeah, so we ain't gonna get into the DJing thing yet, but you was lit then, like you was organizing stuff back then.
Yeah, low key. Yeah, we used to always link up. I mean, I think I was always the person that liked to have fun with like my friends and just have people around. So like after we get done hooping, we're like, hey, let's go here, let's go do this, let's go to the park. Let's go shoot over here.
For sure enough, we'd be like, "What y'all on? We about to go to the crib." Then I'm like, "Hold on." And we can go here. We'd be like, "Oh."
Hey, I've been outside since the gym.
I ain't gonna lie, man. It was just like
I didn't even live over there either. I remember having to take the bus. I took the school bus there, and I took the city bus home at like 8 o'clock.
I was about to say it was like we get out of school at 2 o'clock. Bro. I look at the time. It's 8:30, 9 o'clock. We still at the crib, which is cool. We was having a blast. That's back when.
It was a different time though. For sure.
That's before we had cars and stuff. That's before when we the way you knew your friends is 7 bikes over there.
Yeah, bikes, man. Oh man,
I want to go get a bike, low key. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, for real. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
But
I really don't go too far. I'd be in like the same like 8-mile radius.
Same as you was back then.
Nah, for literally, I live in the same crib, for real.
For sure. But even you did that all the way through like high school. Like we'd be out of school. If we leave. Well, all right. Left Langford, went to high school, and then it became Northdale. Northdale was the spot. That was cool. It was right up the street from the school, so we would literally walk 2 blocks and hoop for 4 hours. And then guess where we go? Ump's crib.
My crib. It is funny. I think that's like the theme of my life, though. I feel like, and honestly, it actually goes back to like my mom. Like I don't know, not too many people know my mom, but like my mom was always like that. Like she was always like bringing people together some way, food, prayer, birthdays, any type of celebration. Like she used to have tutoring programs just to get the kids from the neighborhood together, and that's how I met like Albert and Ian and all of them dudes. But like I think that's why like for me it just comes so naturally because like I grew up like with somebody like that. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean I enjoy it too. Like I met so many people just by doing that. Like people like, hey, I heard people are coming over to your house. Like and then next thing you know, we still homies 15 years later.
I ain't gonna lie, it was times where we'd be like 7 of us supposed to go over there, right?
Yeah.
And then I get there and somebody knock on the door and you'd be like, who the heck is that? And we look out and I don't know, let's say Robert.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, who told Robert? Yeah, like, who told Robert? Robert be like, they said they was coming to Uncle's house. First of all, how you know?
Yeah.
But Uncle was like, the person who brought everybody together. That's why I think the DJing things just kind of not fell in your lap. Because how did that even come apart? I can't say I knew he was gonna be a DJ. I'm not gonna lie on this camera and say I knew he was gonna be a DJ. But I knew he was gonna do something to bring people together. And then when you went to school, it was like,
I think honestly, the DJ thing came about. like most people, love music. Like growing up in the era we always liked the music. On MySpace, you would have the favorite songs on the Whoop.
Why did I just think of the video that you had posted of you doing with the jerk?
Okay, we don't gotta talk about that. That's not where this shit started. But it honestly started in elementary school. I remember. Okay, we could talk about another viral video. I had this viral video on YouTube. If you want, you can post the link in the comments or whatever. But it was like this big thing in my school, and everybody loved it, and nobody knew what the song was. So I was like, "What song is this? What song is this?" I'm telling them, and back then it's like LimeWire days. YouTube wasn't really that big yet. Like people weren't posting everything on YouTube like song wise, so you still had to go to like iTunes, whatever, to buy it. But then, I was LimeWire. I was technical as hell, so I was on LimeWire, downloading hella music. I had hella shit, and so one day somebody was like, "Hey, can you put that song on a CD for me?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll make you a CD." And that's where it started. And now, next thing you know, everybody's coming up with me lists of songs. Like, "Can you make me this CD? Can you make me this CD?" And so I'm just over here fucking up my family's computer on LimeWire.
Viruses.
To just make these CDs with my friends.
Were you getting paid for it?
No, yeah, I wouldn't see. I can't say I was really a hustler back then. I wasn't really a hustler.
No, I only say that because, like, you said
I should have got paid.
Yeah, you should have. But what I'm saying is, if you was going to mess up the computer, at least get some money for it.
I should have got paid. I know. Looking back at it, Anyways, so, years later, I always had this love for music. Even at college, every time I would pull up to a party, people were like, "I'm going to play music. So I was always used to just being the vibe in a sense. And so when I got out of school, I started production, making music a little bit. My homie Smokey, Steve Smokey, and Kush Two Time, my homie Marcus. And I was really locked in for like 2 years making beats. And I watched a show called The Get Down. And it was about pretty much like the origins of hip hop and how it had like b-boying, MCing, graffiti, and DJs. And so, there's one more. There's 5. Anyway, I can't remember the last one. And so the whole story is about this dude that becomes like a rapper. He's a poet turned into a rapper. Falls in love with this girl that's like turned into this pop star. Anyways, or a disco star.
I seen it. It was fire.
Yeah, fire.
I don't know why they canceled it, but hey.
I'm sick they canceled it. I love that show. But there's, Shaolin's fantastic with this dude that was trying to learn how to be a DJ. So as he was learning, I'm seeing like, yo, this is actually pretty cool. Like what he's doing with the music. Like I've seen DJs. Like, I've been going to clubs since I was 18. So like I've seen DJs, I've heard DJs. But like actually seeing it and seeing how he plays with the music, that's what I wanted to do with beats. Like I love sampling. So I'm like, damn, I can sample like live with real songs?
Yep.
Bet. So I go on Craigslist and find this little $100 controller, plug into my laptop, get this free software, and shit, that's how it started.
So were you still in college when you started DJing, or were you?
I was in college.
That's what I thought, because my first time, like I remember you. Like,
it was after I left for knowing. I was back at the crib. Okay, I was still in school though.
But I remember when we would talk, and I'd be like, "What you know?" He'd be like, "Just got done with a mix, or just got done doing this, just got done doing that." The first video I seen of you, I know this was after you had already not been established, but had already started. Is I don't know if you was at the back of a school or apartment, a house, whatever, and it was all like on the ground. Y'all was higher up, and you was having crazy. I'm like,
that was Spring Jam.
He can really turn this up. This could really be something,
bro.
That he can actually do for real.
Honestly, that was probably one of the first times I've seen that for myself. Like before that, I was doing a lot of like smaller like showcases, open mics, comedy shows. I had an artist named Ken Soul that I used to work with. I did a couple of his concerts. And did parties with them, but I never really did something like big scale. So Spring Jam, honestly, probably was one of my first. And it was just random as hell. So one of these dudes hit me up, and I knew him through a friend that he was at the open mics, whatever. And I was like, when I'm at the open mics, I'm mixing, I'm doing my thing. And so he was like, "Hey man, I know you're a dope DJ. He told me we're doing this day party. Wonder if you could come through." And
when he said come through, did he let you know you was gonna be doing something, or did you think he just wanted you there?
No. As soon as he said I heard you're a DJ, you should come through, right? And in a sense, I've heard of the Spring Jam for years, and I thought it was an opportunity to get outside, and so I met up with them, and it actually linked me up with one of my good friends now, Morgan Empo. So we were both DJing, and so it was like really the day before. Hey, this is the house. We want you to sit up here, da-da-da-da. Cool. Mind you, that same week, I fucking flipped off of a Lime scooter and separated my collarbone. So I'm over here carrying all my speakers up.
When I tell y'all, he been lit since we was in 8th grade. So that story don't surprise me. He been lit forever.
Yeah. So anyways, so this is like my first big thing. I'm over here in a sling, taking off my sling to DJ for real. But yeah, honestly, it was 11 o'clock, and I saw seeing people come in, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, if it's already getting started, let's go. 2 o'clock hits, the backyard is full as fuck, like 300 people, 400 people, and I was not expecting that.
I was looking at the video like, no, this could be what he do for real, like if he take it serious.
And the way we rock, me and my boy Morgan, we're going back and forth song for song.
Okay.
The way we rock that crowd.
Oh, so y'all was doing like a little fake mini verses before verses took off.
Bro, the way we did that, because like I didn't know him for nothing, so I don't even know what kind of DJ he was.
Oh, right.
You know, he could have been playing the EDM kind of music or whatever, you know, dubstep. I didn't know. But, you know, we found a rhythm and
over with.
Bro, and that's why to this day, that's my dog, because we met in such an organic way.
How long was y'all going for? I know you said you see people coming in at 11.
Yeah, we started at 11. Cops came at like 3. The cops were there for like 2 hours so long to thin the crowd out.
Bro, I'm a DJ. I can't thin nothing out.
There's a picture of the cop with the microphone talking about, or a video of the cop with the microphone talking about, hey, we gotta thin this out, And then the next video is the cop standing right there like 2 hours later, mad as hell. Still
because they wasn't going nowhere?
Nowhere. And well, luckily they didn't really hop on bullshit and start trying to arrest people or trespass.
Right.
You know, but the people who own the house, they were there. You know, at the end of the day, they could have like, you know, carded people, like tried to ask for IDs. But other than that, like, they let us rock. There was no issue. There was no fights. There was no nothing. It was a vibe.
So did they call, or did somebody else call, and they just kind of...
They do. There was parties all over.
That's what I'm saying. The people that was there ain't complaining. Then y'all
if that party would have shut down, everybody would have went somewhere else, for real. There was that much stuff going on.
Right.
But that just happened to be the spot. People saw the videos, saw it was lit.
Man, you know me, I don't go outside for nothing. I seen the video on somebody else's Snapchat and was like...
no, everybody was there, bro. Everybody, bro.
Which is cool. That's why, like, there is some pros and cons to social media, and that's one of the pros. Like, you might be at the crib bored.
You can still look. Yeah, you can still.
I'm about to pull up. Where that's at? Where y'all at?
That's true.
But like I said, I couldn't see you being a DJ, but I did know you was going to do something, whatever it was, and that's why when you sent out the information about the 10-year, I said, of course, who else is going to put it together? Because if I was putting it together, we wouldn't have had no 10-year.
I know. And honestly, I had not seen nobody talk about it, and so like last year, I kind of got like
there had been talks because I run into people, and they'd be like, "What's up? You know, we're gonna be 10 years next year," and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, like if you think about it, like who would you think in our class would?
And look, the crazy thing is, I can call Dan right now, and Dan would be like, "We had a conversation like it would be me, him, and Ruben," and then we'd be like, "Oh, you know, we about to 10 years next year." Well, I mean, Uncle gonna be the one to send it out. Like, who else gonna do it? Because I don't really think nobody else in our class, like, not to like, because you sitting here, but. Truthfully, you connected with everybody.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm still connected. That's so like, even when I was making the page for the thing, I went to Facebook and I probably typed in like 40 people that I knew just
and all the names popped up.
Like I just knew them. Like and they were my, like so like I still connect with a lot of people. I still follow people's lives. I don't talk to a lot of people. I don't see a lot of people often, but yeah, no, I think it's gonna be a good time. I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but
hey. Whatever it is, if you plan it, I'm cool. We'll be there.
It's gonna be a vibe.
I know, like
I heard class of 2013 trying to pull up.
I did hear that. So the girl who does my hair, 2013, Deja.
Yeah.
She was doing my hair, and me and Ruben was sitting there talking about it. Like, she was like, "I don't care, my class boring. I'm pulling up to y'all."
Yeah, no, I know so many people. As soon as I made a post about it, they were like, "We pulling up.
Then I see people who didn't even go to our school. I ain't gonna say names. Commented like, "Can I pull up?" And I'm like, "Oh,
I know who you talking
it's about to be a movie, whatever we do."
I think that's another thing with me, kind of being the one being front head of it. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh shit!" Like I was cool with him. Like,
and that was the one thing I was worried about. Like, Slumpa's doing it. It's gonna be people we don't know that.
But that's why I made the group, because I don't want to put on my public page, but like the people that know, it's a way for us to keep it. I'm not saying when people find out what we're doing. Yeah, so and that's the thing. Like, I think I want to make it.
I mean, let's be real. Whatever we do is gonna be lit, it ain't like we're gonna be doing nothing crazy like where people can't pull up and have fun. So whether you was in 2012, whether you went to a different school, it's gonna be a good time. And I mean, just like I feel like when it was in school, like I might see so and so and be like, "Hi, how you doing?" and leave it at that. Everybody gonna be with their people.
It's not really no. I don't think it's gonna be like no beef. I don't think that none of those issues are still an issue to this day. I
don't even know if anybody had issue in our class.
Not in our class.
Yeah, our class was lit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, our class was fun.
People gonna say whatever they want to say when they see this video. Best class in Como. No. I ain't gonna say history, but from the time we was there,
the 4 years we were there. I honestly, 2010, 2011 might give us a run for our money. Those are the big homies. But other than that, though, other than that, though, I think 2014 was probably the best class.
We got away with a lot of stuff.
We did.
We got away with a lot of stuff that we ain't gonna speak about. But the pranks, I think the pranks was like, even like when people were talking about it, we like, bro, you're not gonna ever be able to go to school again, and then they would get away with it, and everybody just kept their mouth shut.
Nobody said that.
And that's why I think our class was the best. Like everybody kind of stuck together, and it didn't hurt that most people came from Ramsey, Murray, so everybody came to school. And we just kind of figured it out from there. So it was cool. But you used to hoop.
Yes,
you used to be a hooper, man. You ain't getting back out there. Not saying you gotta get out there and get on a team.
I could still get back out there. Honestly, no, I haven't. Though I have probably hooped 5 times in the last like 6 months.
Okay, because
I don't touch the ball, but
I talked to Darnell, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm trying to get Uncle to come back out here."
I know,
I'm like, bro, if all he gotta do is come out here, because for me, I had broke my foot. So when I broke my foot, not that I didn't love it no more. I was just kind of like, whatever, man. It ain't whatever it is, what it is. I ain't going to the league. And then as soon as I picked the basketball up again, I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Every time I touch a basketball, I'm like, damn, I missed this every time.
And you know,
it takes nothing to go to the gym, but still, it's just I never really
busy though. Like that's how I am. Like I'm busy, but so I have certain days that I make sure I go hoop. But if you're busy,
and like I work 2 jobs and shit. So between those 2, like I'm not saying I don't have time. But I guess it's not a priority. But I do miss it. It's still a lot of fun.
I tell people all the time that I don't miss high school. I miss going through halls from class to class, and I miss the extracurricular activities. Basketball, because I played football and track. Sure. Track was funner than football.
Because track was, I think, a lot different.
Track was with like 100 other schools.
Oh.
So like we'll go there and you'll see people from Johnson, Central, Highland, Humboldt, Harding.
Oh, so at me it'd be
in Como, it'd be 6. And then sometimes you go to the far ones, you see Totino, Grace, Centennial, Roosevelt, De La Salle, Como, and you be like, this is lit. It's like a big party, especially like if I know you and you know somebody from De La Salle, they bring people, we all just sitting there chilling, then we gotta go out there and race against each other.
Yeah.
It's different for basketball. Like basketball, you got 40 minutes of we going at each other.
Going at it,
They shoot the gun.
As soon as your race over with. As soon as your race over, you done the
like, if you in the one lane, I'm in the different lane, I'm trying to beat you, but as soon as we pass the finish line, good race, bro. So what you want this weekend?
That was kind of dope,
So it was cool. But I bring up the hooping thing because, like I said, we met at Langford from hooping, and then we went to Como and we was hooping. You never thought about hooping in college?
So I thought about it, but I think honestly, I never had the passion for hooping.
Yep.
It was fun. I think the 1 year was my sophomore year where I really put that time in with Coach Carrier.
Yep.
When we were in the gym 4 hours a day, I was going morning workouts before school. Like
I think that was the worst. Not that. The worst part about our team was certain coaches connected with certain, like my coaches was Brewer and Pastor, and Coach Sean. Those 3, those were the ones that rocked with me, opened the gym for me, let me stay after, whatever. And then you had like Carrier who was like cooler with you, so he'll open the gym for you. But if I say let me come hoop, he'd be like, I ain't gonna be up there. So like everybody found their passions at different time. Unlock certain things. If we could have all unlocked it, I ain't saying we would have won state, went undefeated, nothing like that. But if we could have all been on the same accord, I think it would have went differently.
I do too, but I mean, I think we were young. I think a lot of people had egos. A lot of people had, and I don't knock them, because everybody just wants to be great. Everybody wants. I mean, not everybody, but a lot of people wanted to go to the next level. Yep. Me personally, I don't think I ever really wanted. I wanted the ball with the homies. Cool. Like we all my guys, wanted the ball with my guys. Talk some shit to other schools. That's all I really wanted to do for real.
We had Twitter jumping because we were talking trash about basketball. That's what made me get a Twitter.
Shout out Ken Day.
For sure. Because when he transferred, it was up. Rico was about 40 and he was still on Twitter. I had 30 though. I ain't worried about nobody.
Hey, I had 30 though.
You talking about egos? He didn't have an ego because even if you said, bro, you had 40, he'd be like, but we lost. But it'd be like he'd get on Twitter and at whoever was guarding him, he'd be like, yeah, y'all won, but I killed you though. What'd you do?
That's you though.
That was fun. Like that part was fun. I mean, the whole basketball was fun, especially like you said, I was playing with you, Mustafa, my cousin Brian, stuff like that. It was cool. But then when like the Eagles came or like coaches was trying to send certain people certain places.
I think that's exactly what it was. I think it was the coaching. You know, I love Coach, but I think it kind of did a disservice to us by not really pushing us to be the best we could have been. Like I think he just kind of was like, all right, I'm gonna teach you how to do it. Go do it. Yeah, right. You feel me? Like, and a lot of the times people are like, man, fuck what you talking about. I'm gonna do my shit,
bro. And then like, I think what killed me was like the third game of the season. I don't know what game. It's like early in the season, and I hit like 4 or 5 threes against Washington in the corner, and he pulled me out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I was just kind of like,
I'll mess your head up.
This is cool. I'm cool. Like, I just hit 4 or 5 in a row. It wasn't like I hit one, missed 3, hit 1, missed 2, hit 1. Yeah. I hit them in a row, and we were losing. Like we shouldn't have been losing to Washington. We shouldn't have been losing to Washington. Yeah, dude. And we ended up winning, but it was just like I hit 5 in a row, and then he was like, "Yeah, come sit next to me." And I'm looking at the rest of the season like, "Yeah, you're gonna be the reason I don't make it." Like I'm not saying I was getting recruited in Ohio State or nothing. I could have just went like a JUCO, whatever.
But days like that, those are days you gotta let them cook.
Yep, and I was just like, this is gonna be one of them ones. Yeah. And then it's like, this ain't a knock at Peter, but then you have Brian who's a guard, and then you want Peter bringing the ball up, but Peter don't want to bring the ball up. So it's like, how you gonna make him bring the ball up? He don't want the ball. He don't want to bring the ball up.
He did that to me too. I didn't want to bring the ball up.
Well, what happened with you was different. Yeah. When Darnell moved down with us his junior year, because he was mad about the same situation, he moved down with us, and backstory. We all move up. Yeah. We're upset, so we go back down. Mm-hmm. We all go down, and then you ran the point against Columbia or
I can't remember. My memory was that good.
And me, you, and him killed. Yeah. So then when we moved back up, he was like, ball handler. We're like, this is not what I want to do. I want to be on a wing. I want to slash. I want to cut. I definitely did. And he was like, nah, boy.
I think it was also because he knew I wasn't the one to try to go crazy. Yeah. Pull up threes up the court.
I love Brian. Brian was trying to go get 40. He kept on which was cool because sometimes we needed it.
What he said, 1-4?
He was Gilbert Arenas. He was Gilbert Arenas for sure. 1-4 flat. I'm trying.
I ain't gonna lie. He'll get to that cup every time.
Yep.
Trick layup.
He said it, not me. I ain't say it. But
you could have had 30 probably. You would have made all his layups. No cap.
It was cool.
He was busting.
When we were winning our junior and senior year, we had Como lit because the girls were going to state. They had Drea. They had 2 cities.
Man, we didn't have no cheerleaders. It was whack.
Cheerleaders were whack anyway.
That is true. But
the way we had them, and I'm not talking about the looks. I'm not talking about the looks.
Quiet gym.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about the looks. I'm talking about like they'll chill one time a half.
Yeah, right.
And then they'd be like, "All right, sit down." We could go about 40. They'd be like, it was cool. I mean,
I think for us, man, I think we really just enjoyed playing with each other. Because a lot of people would have been gay up on that team.
Because a lot of us, twice. Because a lot of us liked, like you said, we wanted to be with our boys and go hoop. Mm-hmm. But a lot of us was like, bro, I'd rather walk up the street and go to Northdale.
Yeah, right.
Like that was almost fun.
Rather than take the bus to Johnson and get bused by 40. Yeah.
And we almost got him our senior year though. Meech went for 40.
That was a good game.
Yeah, that was probably our best game.
I just see Meech in the club last night.
I be with Meech all the time. We be hooping still.
Right.
So, but it just be like stuff like that was cool because he was younger than us. So seeing him go get for you, like when we leave, he gonna still be able to do his thing.
We love that.
But like,
he's one of the top 10 scorers in Minnesota. St. Paul, sorry. St.
Paul. At that time or all time?
All time.
Oh, okay. I don't know how he did it because he came from a different.
Yeah,
so he just went crazy.
3 years.
Yeah, he must have just went crazy. Well, I mean, St. Paul ain't really had no scores. They all go to Apple Valley and stuff like that anyway. Mm-hmm. So, but it was cool. And now you be DJing with some of the people you played against. How's that?
Yeah, honestly, like, Quasheen, we used to play against him at Johnson. Now he's the promoter for a lot of the parties I do. And yeah, like A1, Ari at Central. So like it's fun. It's fun knowing people from back then and being able to do business with them. Being able to, put a party on and cater to show our skills, and that's what I mean. A1 had Saturdays for like 2.5 years at Monarch together, and honestly, it was a great learning experience. That was my first club gig.
Not quiet, but were you emotional when they was like, "Yeah, we're gonna move on from this"? That's what kind of got you.
Yeah, I was. I mean, I understood though. Business is business.
Yeah, obviously y'all know more than we do because we wasn't a part of it. But
yeah, I mean, I don't really know
what happened,
why they decided to sell, but at the end of the day, it was an opportunity. Yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie. Right, they sold at a great time, probably.
Yeah,
because they could probably see where nightlife was at, and but I was sad, but I was happy to be able to even have that opportunity in the first place, because like I said, that was my first club gig. Got it straight out the quarantine.
Oh man.
Yeah, literally like the first week, like the second weekend we opened, DJ Advance hit me up and was like, "Hey, are you free on Saturday?" I'm like, he's like, "I want you to open up for me." I think he was kind of edging his way out of the club too.
Yep.
So he was like, "Okay, who can I bring on?" And at the time, I'm doing stuff on Instagram Live, and dropping my, my quick mix.
When we did we were trying to do like the live collabs. There's like 4 of us trying to do it, but it was cool, trying to figure it out because I think we seen Tory Lanez doing it, like you said, during quarantine. Sure. So us doing it from Minnesota was kind of cool. And then, like you said, you're doing the mixes, and I think, like I said, watching you, younger, we were just like, I don't know what it's gonna be, but he gonna do something to bring the people. And then when you got into the DJ thing, it was like I said, I ain't gonna sit here and act like I knew that's what you was gonna do, but it was just like
it made sense.
It made sense for you.
Sense.
Like if I would have tried to do it, it wouldn't have made no sense. I will say I didn't think you were gonna be a DJ. If I would have had to put my money on it, I would have thought you would have been like the person with the mic, getting this rocking or whatever, and then somebody else would have been somebody else would have been a DJ, and then you would have been like in between songs, like put your hand, like whatever they say, right? And that's what I would have thought you would have been.
That's funny because DJs do both of that.
I was gonna say, now seeing the DJ, you do both, and now you're not just doing the clubs, you're doing proms and parties and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is right where he was supposed to be.
Yeah, and I think like it's one of those things where like looking back at it, like I'm looking back at like my life, like every time I like people ask like how'd you get into it, I'm just like I think it was always there, but I just found like that show kind of made me see it visually, and I was like I could do that.
Because if you go outside and put on a show for 400 people, you thinking that's what you're supposed to do. Because I'll tell you right now, if I go out there and I do a show and there's 4 people there, I'm never going to DJ again. Yeah, but if you got 400, you might be like, hold on, wait a minute, let me see if I can make this work.
And that's the thing. I think, and it's something where when you're passionate about something, like honestly, like I fell in love with like the technical aspect of DJing, just like how you can mix waveforms to sound crazy ways to make music enhance the music. Like it's crazy. And so I'm very passionate on figuring out like how can I make this fun? How can I, like at the end of the day, like people always call DJs like a playlist. Like
I'll be up there actually hitting buttons.
Yeah, and so I feel like to be a DJ, like it takes being able to read a room.
That's what I was gonna say. Is it hard to like? I don't know what like your sound. I don't know if DJs have a sound, but like, is it hard to adapt to? Like I play basketball, so like if I play on a team with 4 shooters, I know I might have to be the one to be the facilitator, go to the post. So for like when you're a DJ, is it hard for you to, if it's an all white room or all black room, are you playing 2 different type of music, or you just play are you playing a song and then be like, oh, they like this kind of music, let's do it?
For sure. Like I'm not gonna go to a quinceañera and play Who Wants Smoke. Like
that makes sense though.
And so like I think with like clubs, I think it's a little different. Clubs are a little hit or miss.
Yep.
Because you sometimes don't know. Some people might like white people might come to the club, want to come to the club to hear hip hop.
Who Wants Smoke is funny.
Like for real, they might be the hey, like I've seen it. So it's hard to, but like I think the thing as a DJ is like you gotta throw a little something out there, see if they bite. If that's not it, nope. Okay, let me try this R&B. Nope. Okay, let me try some pop. Pop. All right, bet. Let's go pop for a little bit.
Do you always have like because I don't want to say playlist because y'all not doing play, but do you have a 4 songs in a row that you can play that you know are gonna hit? Yeah. So like if you throw something out there, routine, so if you throw a song out there, you throw something else out there today, and then you be like, all right, I'm going back to what I know.
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
So when you open up, y'all don't sit down and talk like, hey, I'm gonna do this song.
Funny you talk about this. Funny you talk about this.
Because I know, like, when March Madness and Dreams of Nightmare, every DJ played it. It didn't matter if it was 3 DJs that night. But we were cool with it because we all wanted to hear that song.
Though. First day out, all that,
So how do y'all...
So I think, it really depends where you're at. I know some places where you might hear the same song 2 or 3 times, but then there's some places where, like, they don't. But I think it just goes on opening a set, like having an opening club set. You can either do 1 or 2 things, and it depends on, like, how you want to do it. So you can either start real slow, like not slow, but like just
ease your way into it.
Ease your way into it. Don't play the hits yet. Play like older songs, like that were hits, like older hits, maybe like 5 years ago, 10 years ago hits. And then 11:30, then you can start mixing in some newer songs, but not the hits.
Right.
So maybe like the B side is the song that was on the album that was fire, but not the big song.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so then everybody knows those songs, and so then when 12:30 comes or midnight comes, you can hit them with some heat.
March Madness, Dreams of Nightmare.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, that's like a 1 o'clock song for real. Like,
okay.
Those are like late, like that energy. I think people want the height of the room to be like 12:45 to like 1:15.
Okay.
Because first of all, like everybody's gonna get to the club, they're gonna want to start drinking. It takes them a little bit to get lit. By the time they're lit, now they're vibing.
Right.
Vibing. Then after the vibe, if you hit them with some turn up, like it's gonna set it off.
What's harder, opening or being the one on the back end?
Yeah, so that's the thing. So last night I DJ'd this R&B party.
Yep.
And usually when I'm there, I open up real mellow. I'll play some.
The only reason I say that is because I've been to a few of y'all stuff, but when you and A1 do it, I've seen you open, I've seen you close with him, whatever. But y'all both, it's rocking the whole night. So that's why I'm like, which is harder for you? Or easier, however you want to look at it.
I feel like closing is a little easier because you can play those big songs, you can play that shit and get that reaction. But I think I opened for so long that, like, as of right now, I feel like I'm way more comfortable opening. Like, I'm way more comfortable doing that early set because I'm playing the old songs to get people just vibing, because they're coming to the club, they're not even lit yet, so but I know the song, let me, looking at their phone, you know what I'm saying, people looking at their phone, talking,
waiting for their people to pull up.
And so, like, I'm able to create that scene, and then, when it gets closer to the end of my set, now I can hit them with some stuff that I really want them to turn up to.
The reason I ask is because I like
closing more, though. A lot more energy.
I ain't mad at it.
A lot more energy.
I was going to say that I've been in clubs, like, where I'm, like, the first 10 people there, and then I've seen people come in and they walk in like, hey, but the song ain't where that person at. Maybe they came from a day party, so they already lit. Right. But then by the time they get where they ready, the second person is right where they where they want to be. Is then they're like, your energy should have been an hour later.
So let me just tell you about this party last night. So this R&B party, when I'm there, I usually do all, like, I won't say strictly R&B, but mostly R&B. Then I'll go into some hip hop shit, whatever. But I still won't play the hits. I'll say that for the closing DJ.
Okay.
When I open. So last night I closed, and the DJ before me was going crazy. I'm talking about he was playing R&B too, but I'm talking about he was playing Sexy Red, Glorilla.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm like, dang, I want to play that. So like, I really had to redirect it. So it was harder for me because a lot of songs that I was gonna play, he already played it, and I could have played it again.
Is that fun for you though? Like to have to be like, all right, on the fly, I got to figure this out.
Last night was probably one of the first times I've had to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like it was a little stressful, I ain't gonna lie. Because people are like, I'm playing the stuff that I usually play. I closed it many times. When I get on, the other DJ was playing like some like low-key Cardi B, some Chris Brown, so like I was able to go into that, take them to the 2000s, hip-hop, 2000s, R&B, and then I bring them in, but he was playing all the hits, so I'm just like, as soon as I get on there, I'm here like, play some more Sexy Red, play some, the Skiller Baby, play some.
We don't have to say the person's name, but is this person, like, have you DJed with him before?
First time ever.
Oh, that's what I was saying.
I can't even knock him though.
No, I'm not saying he shouldn't have did it or asked you, but I was just like, I know if I was a DJ,
you ask me that.
I wouldn't follow what you did, but like my first time, I would just be like, man, because I don't want to have to be copycat.
Yeah,
like I don't. If somebody play Yeah Glow, now that's one of the best songs out right now.
Yeah,
So if you play and I play it, we winning tonight. Yeah. But if you don't play it, that's one of the songs like he didn't play Yeah Glow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we putting that out.
Exactly.
Like that's how I would DJ.
And so like he was rocking. Like I don't know, but he did come and ask me like, you know, what do you usually play? And I tell him, and I'm like, you know, but you can do whatever. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it regardless. Like, you know, I'm gonna stick to my, you know, I'm gonna stick to what I do.
What you ask me for? No, just
in a sense, but I mean, maybe you're just trying to get a see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he asked me for. You're right. You went crazy. I was like, I got up to the set. I'm like, okay, now how do I start my set? Do I want to really start on some like?
You better than me. I would have hit them with the same song. He just ended with, yeah, bro. Like, let me play this song while I figure out where I'm about to go. Cause I know y'all.
I think my first song was that Jam, Kevin Gates.
Oh, okay. It was R&B, so yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of brought it back down because he was up there. Yeah. So I brought it back down, and I could just tell people hated that shit.
I can tell people hated that shit.
I can tell. And so I had 2 songs. I'm like, okay, let me go back. All right, we gotta turn it back up. Because I'm looking around, everybody's standing still, like, bro, just had him rocking. Now he's standing still, I'm like, okay, I gotta switch this up.
I ain't gonna keep you too much longer, but like, I've been places with, like I said, you, A1, Katrina.
So I can't read this.
Blase, everybody shuts it down.
Dang, I haven't seen Blase in a minute.
Is there anybody, because I know you work with A1, is there anyone that maybe you have worked with, but that you would like to work with again? Or I know you worked with somebody yesterday, but is there anybody else?
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I worked with literally 70% of the DJs that are in the clubs in Minneapolis. Like
that's why I said again, because I know some of y'all be in the same club.
Yeah, like I've been in probably every major club in Minneapolis.
Okay.
And yeah, like I think I have some favorites. My boy Ray Mills.
Yep.
Love working with him. My boy Ones.
Ones was probably like the first DJ I was like, yo, he's cold. Because I mean, you know me.
Same here.
But then I would go out. When I started going out, he was in Monarch. He was in Aqua.
Mm-hmm.
When I was going there, I'm like, yo, this.
That was the first DJ I really saw in the club because when I was 18, Aqua had Sundays, which is crazy. Like, how we going to the club on Sunday when we got school?
Hey, man.
I don't get it. Looking back at it, I'm like, damn, did I really go to the club?
That's why I said, man, we was getting, not even just in high school, we was getting away with a lot of stuff growing up. But like, I'm not going to do that for my kids. But where are you going?
Yeah,
it's 9 o'clock on a Sunday, but you got school tomorrow. Go home. Or no, stay home.
Yeah, right. But I went to Aqua, like that was the first DJ, and like honestly, he was fire. Like so, when I started DJing, that was like my template. Like that's what I'm thinking, like you know. I need to be able to kind of do what he do, you know, to be in a place like this. And so, yeah, the quarantine was probably the best thing for me as a DJ because I was able to sit in the crib for hours on hours and DJ.
As much as people hated it, not COVID itself, but being in the house was a lot because this wouldn't be, if it wasn't for that.
Yeah, right.
I'm not saying you wouldn't have made it, but you wouldn't be as where you at.
Oh, I think I got most of my gigs because I was recording those videos and those mixes.
Yep, and then everybody got. I think a lot of people like started clothing brands, started DJing, started doing a lot of stuff because like we was in the house. What else we gonna do?
What else you gonna do? You better pick up a hobby. You better pick up a skill.
But I started learning how to draw. I almost became a tattoo artist. No lie.
I think I remember you telling me.
Yeah, I almost became a tattoo artist. I was like drawing. I'm like, wait, I could draw a little bit because Dan can really draw. Like Dan can draw.
I remember.
The first thing I see him draw was a picture of Superman and Lois Lane, and I was like, there's no way you can draw like that. And then I was like, you ain't draw it. And then he made like a little mini one, and I was like, never mind, I'm sure.
You got it.
That was like high school when that happened. But so like. I say that because, like, as much as we hated being in the house, because everybody, what you doing? Same thing you doing. I'm sitting on the couch.
Literally.
But then when people started picking it up, and some people started it as soon as it happened, but like for me, I started doing the stuff I learned how to do towards the end. So when the world opened back up, I just kept doing it.
You were still locked in.
Yeah. So like I said, you was locked in before it, but it was just like during that when we were coming up with ideas, we're like, hey, what you think if we did a mix? Like when I pulled up and we did the at your house, we did the little video. Stuff like that came together, and I think. Again, not because you're sitting here, but that kind of helped me get into the editing thing. Because you were like, I know you can record, but can you edit? I'm like, we gonna learn together. We gonna learn together.
Honestly, yeah, you pick up a skill, like you know, the whole live streaming thing too. I mean, you know, it's a whole software I had to learn.
Yeah, so
you know,
as much as we hated COVID, being in lockdown helped.
Yeah, there's some good things. There's some good things that came out of there for sure.
For sure. Well, my brother.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate it.
Man, you know what it is, bro. This is like
I said. We don't talk every day, but when we do, it's always love,
15
man.
15 years in the making. Hold on. Yeah, 15 years, yeah.
Yeah, man, don't age us too much. We already about to be at 10 years for the class reunion. So, can you believe it's been 10 years though?
I can, but it doesn't feel like it though. I think those COVID years kind of.
The only reason I can actually feel like it's been 10 years because I have a niece that was born 4 days before we graduated.
And you can see.
So when she turns 8, I'll be like, dang, I graduated 8 years ago.
She's like a reminder.
Yeah. So when she's 24 or whatever, she got kids. I'll be like, 24 years ago, in 3 days, I walked across the stage. So there's a lot of stories that we didn't talk about from high school and everything.
Maybe that's for another episode.
I was gonna say that just means we gotta do a part 2. I know you gotta get up out of here. So
yeah, appreciate you having me, brother.
Of course. Y'all know what's next.
Kicking it with Jlew. You know what's going on, DJ Slumpa. Let's get it.
Peace.